Racism. Individual racism is having a dislike or intolerance towards other people based on their race. The belief that an individual's race is superior to others and therefore has the right to discriminate other people based on their race. Institutional racism is an institution or organization giving unfair or bad treatment to a minority or group of people based on their race. One example of individual racism is the self-proclaimed America's toughest sheriff, Joe Arpaio. Arpaio's history of human rights violations expands across his 24 years in office. From 1993 to 2016, his immigration law enforcement under Immigration and Nationality Act Section 287 agreements with Immigration Customs Enforcement, legitimized hate groups, and anti-immigration campaigns. He unleashed saturation patrols, immigration sweeps, targeting communities with high concentration of Latino and immigrant families, armed with long-barrel shotguns, and at times, even tear gas. Arpaio also targeted day laborers, as well as businesses employing Latinos, and arresting employees who were unauthorized immigrants throughout Maricopa County, leading to the Fermel versus Arpaio case. These raids were described by a local newspaper as Sheriff Arpaio's reign of terror. Arpaio is very outspoken about being against illegal immigration. He once mentioned during an interview with CNN that it was an honor to be called a member of the KKK. Arpaio assigned several squads to stop Latino drivers or passengers to check their immigration status. This racial profiling caused fear, confusion, and race-based hostility towards Hispanics and their communities. This was discrimination, a violation of the 4th and 14th Amendments and the Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, bringing about the Ortega-Melendrez versus Arpaio case, in which case Donald Trump, president, pardoned Arpaio. This individual racism had a huge impact on my personal and community activities and living. The racial profiling of Arpaio affected me personally. I remember not going out on exercise runs because it was a hassle having to carry my birth certificate along with my driver's license and other forms of ID. It instilled fear because of Arpaio, and members of his cold case posse claimed that President Barack Obama's birth certificate released by the White House was fake. What chance did I have of proving my certificate was real? Having 2 newborns during this time, going for a run was a chance I was not willing to take. There was also a fear of getting pulled over by police during that time, and I was born in the United States. I can't even imagine the stress on immigrants. An example of institutional racism would be the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office engaging in a pattern of racial profiling and unlawful detentions. In May of 2012, the U.S. Department of Justice filed a lawsuit against MCSO claiming discriminatory law enforcement actions against Latinos, who were frequently stopped, detained, and arrested on the basis of race, color, or national origin, discriminatory jail practices against Latino inmates with limited English skills, and illegal retaliation against their perceived critics. This type of racism and racial profiling does not go without an impact on cultural values and society in the United States. The raid reports from other families of Mexican ancestry also mentioned being stopped by armed men with black ski masks. This type of policing in Maricopa County terrorized low-income communities, especially children and the elderly.